Dude, so if you're like pressed for time and you need a graphic, but you want it to be cool, and but you don't have a lot of time, you want to put something cool together, try using a gradient map. So let me show you what I mean. I don't know if you're familiar with gradient maps or not, but um, they're kind of cool and they're really easy to use, and you can make some really cool looking stuff with them. So check it out. So here's a picture I got off of unsplash.com. I'm sure I told you about it, but it's pretty sweet. They got all kinds of really cool um, graphics there. So, oops. So anyway, if you want to take a picture from one, you just click and drag to the tab for the other document that you're working on, and then holding shift, unclick, and then it centers it for you. So let's bring this one in. All right, so smart guides help you center stuff, center your guides. It snaps to the center. If you have your smart guide set right, blah, blah, blah. Oh, just snap, I guess. I don't know. I guess Illustrator uses smart guides. Anyway, if you have it set to snap, it'll snap to the center. So I like to kind of do that first thing in a document. So for this one, I'm going to center this guy up a little bit by bringing him in, hitting arrow keys just to get him kind of in the middle. All right, cool. All right, get rid of those by hitting Command colon. You can toggle back and forth, but you can hide them by hitting Command colon. Okay, so gradient map. Okay, so first, what you want to do usually is to just get rid of the color of this image. Go to Image, Adjustment, Desaturate. Okay, turns it to black and white. Not a ton of difference in this image. And then you can just go down here, click Gradient Map. Okay, so you can kind of see what it did. What it does is it applies the two colors of the gradients to aspects of the picture. And so you can see I have a black and white gradient, and it basically applied the white to all the dark areas and the black to all the white light areas of my picture, right? So if I toggle that layer off, you see what it did, right? All the dark turned white, all the white turned black. You can reverse it, pretty much end up with the same thing. But the cool thing is if you take these and add color to them, it really makes it pretty sweet. So if you click the gradient, you get that gradient editor pop up here. And then you have some preset gradients. So you can see different, what the gradient maps do to it. This one's I like this one's kind of cool, the way it's outlined like that. It's all kind of monochromatic. Anyway, that one's kind of neat. And you just pick one, you fudge with it. You can actually, just make your own, obviously. Go in and, I don't know, red and blue. Let's just do red and blue. So, you can make your own gradient, whatever. And then it just applies it. And you can, experiment with reversing it and that kind of thing. I have one that I made earlier that I really liked. So you see what it did. It put those colors into the photo. And you can see it's like really sweet. This is like kind of a negative look to it, and this one has this, anyway. So there you go. It kind of gives you this really cool effect, simple photo. You throw some cool text in there. Let's see. Okay. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Walking, let's make this a little bit thicker so they kind of match up a little bit. There we go. I don't know, I've been kind of liking to put boxes around things lately. You do that by creating a box with an outline with the fill color empty. So just click in the center, click and drag, holding the option key, and it'll kind of go out from from the center. Okay, boom, there's your box. So problem is that, the line's going through the words there. So I'm going to add I'm going to make a selection from the center, holding the option key, going out, basically covering, I don't have walking centered there, I'll have to center that. So basically go out there, and then holding the option key and hitting the mask gets rid of that. Let's center the walking text there. Oh, I see what I did. Let's see. I hit space at the end. Shouldn't hit space. Okay, there we go. So it should be centered now. Nope, it's not. Now it is. Okay, let's get it back in line. Okay, cool. So then we got that. Say you're doing this for a series, which is why I initially started doing graphics for a series first. Corinthians 12. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Make that a little smaller. Okay. I'm gonna thicken up that text so it matches a little bit better. Raise it up a touch, kind of center it on that line. That looks good. Okay, we go back to our layer mask here for that box, because we need to cut that out too. So we go back here, draw another selection around it from the center, holding the option key. I'm not good at centering my words today. Okay, then we can just get the paintbrush, make sure it's on black, make sure we're on the mask, and then let's paint that out. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Let's make sure 1 Corinthians is centered. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, and bring it down to touch. Cool. All right, cool. So then we can just grab all of this and kind of center it in our graphic here. So that looks good. Cool. So there you go. So you spent like 10 minutes or so, using a layer or a gradient map, throwing some text on it, and it looks really cool, super contemporary. And it took you, I don't know, it could have took you a half hour to find the right image, to do the text and the thing. If you want to pop it out, if you want to make it pop just a little bit more, go to adjustments, go to curves, and then a lot of times if you just kind of jimmy with that a little bit, you can make it really kind of, look sweet. And, so you can see just like a little tweak, but it just pops it a little bit. But there you go. Boom. Like, you need a graphic really quick, but you want it to look nice, but you don't have a lot of time. This is a great way to go about doing it. And I think it looks great. I think that, you can use it for a lot of different stuff. And who knows, man? It's like I don't know, it's like a favorite technique. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some ideas and saves you some time as you're trying to do all your cool stuff. See you, buddy.